Planet Earth, it's your boy Rod, back with another video. President Ferdinand Marcos is going to America to talk to Trump and hopefully discuss some trade deals. Let's jump right into this article. Alright y'all, so I'm on Reuters right now. So title of this article, Philippines Marcos to meet Trump hoping to secure a trade deal. And this is dated for July 21st at 12:08 p.m. GMT+8 by David Brunstrom and Karen Lima. Alright, so we got a picture of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. right here. Looks like a great president. Alright, so the article starts off saying Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. meets U.S. President Donald Trump this week, hoping Manila's status as a key Asian ally will secure a more favorable trade deal before an August 1st deadline. Trump's doing tariffs all around the world, alright? America and the Philippines have had a great relationship for the past 7 years. Trump might mess that up, but hopefully not. So Marcos says here that I expect our discussions to focus on security and defense, but of course also on trade. We will see how much progress we can make when it comes to the negotiations with the United States concerning the changes that we would like to institute to alleviate the effects of a very severe tariff schedule on the Philippines. The United States had a deficit of nearly $5 billion USD with the Philippines last year on bilateral goods trade of $25 billion, $23.5 billion. Trump this month raised a threatened reciprocal tariffs on imports from the Philippines from 20% to 20% from 17% that he said in April. That's crazy. So it says here that Gregory Poling, a Southeast Asia expert at Washington Center for Strategic and International Studies, says that Marcos might be able to do better than Vietnam. Vietnam is sitting at a 20% base tariff line right now, and then Indonesia's at 19%. I don't know, man. We'll see. But just the fact that the Philippines have been allies with the United States for a long time might influence Trump. Who knows? We do a lot of joint military exercises with the Philippines, and we rely on them heavily just for being a key ally in the Southeast Asia hemisphere. Compared to everyone else, the Philippines and Taiwan are like the best friends in the Southeast area region of Asia. Alright, so moving forward, with the Philippines facing intense pressure from China in the contested South China Sea, Marcos has pivoted closer to the U.S., expanding its access to the Philippine military bases amid China's threats towards Taiwan, the democratically governed island claimed by Beijing. If you guys don't understand this by now, Taiwan is not China, alright? I've been to Taiwan. I spent 6 weeks in Taiwan. They do not want to be a part of China. If you're Chinese and you watch this and you're part of the CCP, hey, Taiwan doesn't want to be a part of you guys, alright? Sorry. Philippine fishermen have been going to the South China Sea, like I said in my previous video. They've been fishing, just trying to do their own thing. And then Chinese boats would shoot water cannons at the Filipinos. Hey, if the Filipino fishermen cannot fish, all right, and China's rebuting them, that's obviously going to play into the fact that the Philippine country would rather go towards America than China, all right? China's trying to bully everyone, trying to take control of everything. And guess what? They've kind of shoehorned themselves into being like allies with no one inside of the Asian region. So it's kind of weird. So I guess like what? China and North Korea, are they allies? So yes, after a quick Google search, China's allies in Asia are North Korea, Cambodia, Laos. That's your allies? All right. So that means you got no allies in Asia, all right? Just to be honest, China, you got yourselves, all right? Laos, Cambodia, you guys are great. North Korea, what have they done productively for the world for the last 100 years? Oh, nothing. Yeah. So basically, the United States has Japan, South Korea, the Philippines. Also, America's trying to get some kind of like military deal into Thailand, but the Thai government does not want that. And I could kind of understand, because once the United States gets their roots, get some kind of military base in your country, we will never leave. Just ask Germany, just ask Japan. That's the reality. And then to finish off this article, Gregory Poling said Trump also seemed to have a certain warmth towards Marcos based on their phone call after the election. Look, I think President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is a very, very intelligent man, all right, compared to a lot of other world leaders out there. Now, Trump is just, he's a great guy. He's a great businessman. Now, I mean, he was on Epstein's plane 7 times, so I'm kind of conflicted about him and just as a person, especially when he's trying to cover up the fact that he wants to move on from the Epstein list. I don't like that. And the Philippines is a great country, right? I believe that there's a very few amount of world leaders in the world who actually mean good. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is a good man. Trump, I don't think so. That's just my personal opinion. So hopefully Trump doesn't like kind of bully him or say some kind of weird stuff, but I just want them to keep that friendly relationship and then just make sure the tariffs don't go above 18%. All right, let's keep it at 17%. Trump wants more, but it's annoying, all right, because this is a great country here in the Philippines, and I think he should maintain this relationship far more than other relationships that we have around the world. That's just my personal opinion. So if you're Filipino watching this, I'm sorry that my president is going to like say something dumb to your president. My bad. I'm going to apologize on the American behalf. But hey, that's what it is. I'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.